So yeah, like I was saying, we're already going too fast. I get this touch. Why do you think we should sit back a little bit here?
Um,
Like right here.
um, just because like you're almost certainly gonna get challenged by this kid.
Okay, let's look at it even broader, right? Because when we position ourselves, we want to have as many options available to us in that point in time. Okay.
Mhm.
Firstly, we know that there's someone near us, actually. We
Yeah,
know that 9 is here. By staying back, me staying back, there's a couple things I can do by. Fuck! Okay, by sitting in this position. A lot of different things I can do. First of all, I'm matching the pacing of the player that has the ball, which is me in this scenario. So you got to give me time to do whatever I want to do with the ball because, like, let's say that he's already really close, right? This is really dependent. Like, you can read what I'm going to do or what your teammate is going to do just based off of like knowing positions of other players. So, like, if we take a look over here, we now know where this player is. We should know where that player is though coming into this, right? Because let's go back a little. We know that he just went off a kickoff, right? Which means he's probably going to be getting
yeah,
boost, right? He didn't grab a mid boost. So we know that he's either full boost or no boost, right? So let's say in this situation, me sticking, or like if I was to stay here in this position right here, I can bully that other dude that's right next to me here. Like, let's say that there was a lot of distance between your teammate and the other player. You could go bully 9. You could deny his boost grab, right? You could bump him, which is going to delay his rotation back. You could try and get a demo on him. You could chase him off of an optimal path. So, like, for example, chasing him here, if you can somehow zone this boost, you can force him to go back this direction and force him to take the lane or force him to grab the mid boost if it's available. Or if the mid boost isn't even here, you could just force him to go further back. Now, a lot of players are probably going to try and pad here, which is fine, but you're forcing him to have to go out of his way to grab these pads versus having a lot of like versatility because he has that full boost. You know what I mean? So that's one thing you can do. Like I was saying, nothing's going on here, so you don't need to go forward. Like, let's say that I want to play a 50 here. You don't even give me that option. Like, let's say I wanted to take the ball here and then 50 it, but instead you're like all the way out here. I'd be fucked. Because, like, you're going to have to
yeah,
turn around then. Like, you're going to have to, like, turn around because what if I'm not able to follow up on the ball again, right? You're all the way up here, which means you have to turn around either this way or this way. And this is just a bad position to be in. Versus if you're right
yeah,
here, you can back up, go this way, go that way, come out with me. You know what I mean?
yeah. I like I know why I'm doing this. Like I think in my brain I'm like I do this because I know this like angle I put my car at. I'm trying to like make myself like visible. Like in my brain, I'm trying to make myself visible as like a passing option, and like or like an out in that situation. But yeah, no, I should just be further back here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like that's why I'm like up here, like in my brain at that moment.
Yeah, no, it's like when you position, you shouldn't necessarily always position for what could happen, but what is happening, right? Like you're taking a little bit of what could happen, but like this is an example of taking what could happen to is like its extreme, and you can tell why it can be really inefficient and can cause you to be in some like really awkward situations. Because like
Yeah,
let's say I go for this 50 and like let's say I'm just fucking stupid and like I get a really bad 50 and the ball like shoots up here, but you have to like turn around, so you're facing the ball this way coming back versus literally just be sitting right here. If you're sitting right here, you just come out, grab the ball, or you jump up, have the ball, you have full boost, you can immediately start an offensive play. You can't do that from this position. You're immediately putting yourself on defense. Like they're not putting you on defense, you are putting you on defense, right? Because of your
yeah,
positioning. So it's really important that you strictly follow the pace. Now, if you were to, even if you were to see me go to the wall and see me go for a pinch, that still doesn't, nothing justifies being this far up especially because we know a player is coming out. So like, let's say, by the time this, like, even if this were to come out, by the time that happens, this guy's got boost. And he would, wait, what is this guy doing? Wait, why? He didn't even grab him. Wait, is this, no, this boost is glitched. He just, okay, he's literally just shitting himself, apparently. So, and this is kind of the ideal thing that we wanted to zone him from. And honestly, like, your positioning now is fine. Like, I feel like, let me look at this, because I feel like you could still be like a little closer. Like, I'm just, okay, here's the thing. This is a guideline that if you're a player that has a good amount of awareness, you could use this very well. But essentially, in this situation, you want to think about who has a turn and who doesn't, or who's going to have their next turn before the other person. In this case, it would actually probably be 9. Because we know that Birdman is committing really far back. So, like, even in the moment, we know he doesn't have boost. Because if he had boost, he would have turned. So we know that he doesn't have boost. And we know that there's a player. We know that 9 is over there, right? When you are on this side of 9, you don't want to be farther away from me. Like, you don't want to be that far. Because that makes it easier for 9 to turn. Right? Because 9 is going to grab that boost. If I toss this ball to you, he literally could just pre-jump you if he has boost in that moment. And granted, it's on me, the person with the ball, to notice that and not put you in that situation. But not all of your teammates are going to be me. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's really, really important. Put yourself a bit closer. You want to distance yourself from the player on your right side and actually put yourself closer to third man here. Or that guy, not your third man.
I notice I find myself like far away from the play and like kind of have to like compensate to like kind of wiggle back over to like, because like I try to be a passing lane, but I'm like playing it like I'm like literally with Tom Brady, like he's about like you're just about to pick the ball up and throw it downfield. Yeah, because like you see what I'm thinking, like geometrically.
Yeah,
here.
I know what
like,
you're thinking. Yeah.
Like yeah, it's just not really like. I know from an overhead I'm like a mile away from you right now and should be like probably more
you're
towards
really
that
far.
mini line.
You're really, really far from me. Think of it like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you from this perspective, because it makes it easier to see what I'm talking about. This is a 2v2.
Yeah.
Put yourself here. This is a 2v1. Right?
Yeah.
The further you put yourself over to 9, the more you involve him in the play. And you don't want to do that, right? If you're going to do a 2v1, you got to be right on there. Because looking at this guy, look at it. Look at the amount of distance you have. He's not even fucking worried about you here. This is just a 1v1. Look at how far away you are. You're not a direct threat. Because even if I threw the ball to you, look at how much time he has. Before that ball gets to you, you get the ball, you do something with the ball, right? Way too much time. But if you're closer to me, right here, pop it over to you, and you're real close. Boom. You can take a shot. You can take a touch, right? There's a lot of things you can do. I don't have any of those fucking options here. Granted, when I have the ball, I'm really, really good at just beating people. As you can tell, I just know what people are going to do. So I don't really pass the ball a lot. But even if I wanted to, you're not giving me that option. So I'm not going to use you. Yeah. And equally, if your teammate's not going to use you, right? Or if they do use you, you'll tell that it's just not efficient. And it's not your teammate's fault. I mean, it's kind of your teammate's fault. But it's also your fault because you put yourself closer to 9. And look at this, right? 9 this is what I'm talking about. If I cut this over to you right now, he has such high chances of saving it. Such high chances. But imagine you were right here. Dude, literally, we timed that correct. It's a net. It's a net, bro. So that is why you have got to make it a 2v1. You can't get close to that guy. All right. I will show you this play, though.
For that, I will turn my camera on and take a bowl hit with a match. Spicing things up, Zector.
All right. For sure. Everything is about zoning. I'm showing you this because it's a really good example of what I'm talking about, but not everything has to be challenge or not challenge. It's not always black and white, right? It's more of inserting intent and retracting it. In this situation, I know what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to do. He knows that I'm here. He knows that I can dunk him. I'm not going to jump. I don't have to jump because that alone makes him not do it. Right? And we'll look at it from his POV. This is also a pretty good example. But you can see, I'm adding that pressure, but I'm not throwing myself. I don't want to jump here. I don't want to commit. A lot of people make the problem where they just fucking jump for this. I'm going to be butt naked on the left wall, no boost. It's fucked. 9's going to have 100 boost by then. I'm barely going to be having anything, right? You're going to be in a shit position. Awful idea. But instead, we zone. I come here. Notice I'm not like dodging away. I don't need to give space here, right? This is another thing that you need to get better at is zoning. Right here, I grab the boost. I turn. I don't give a fuck what he's doing. I don't care. He's not coming to me. And then when I come over here, I'm watching him. Grab a touch. I know he can go for a bump here. Normally, as soon as I get this touch, I would immediately go to the right, but I was kind of trolling here. It's like, whatever. Let him bump me around a little bit because I knew that you were there. Let's look at your challenge. Just really, really, really dangerous pathing. Just really, really bad pathing. So, like, let's go back. Here's the thing. I haven't gone yet, and you're not in a position to turn. Okay, what you should have done is what I'm doing. I'm going further back, and I'm coming in. Right, and I'm going to slow on here. Because this approach is important. You don't want to rush it too fast because, like, if something happens here, you're going to be, like, fucked. So, like, I'm taking this, and then I can go for it, like, straight on, right? Now, you don't have to be sitting all the way back here. You can go a little faster. It's all dependent on what's going on between your teammate and the other player. Like, that's what determines your speed in this situation on that pathing. But when you do pathing like this, you can easily, like, catch yourself off guard. Like, you can just get caught naked. Like, let's say 9 didn't turn there, right? Because that's a very, like, plausible thing. Like, because he's doing the same thing you're doing. He's making the same mistake as you. He has to turn around because he went up too fucking quick. Now, let's say he didn't. He could have shot this fucking ball. Like, he could have shot that ball, and there's nothing you could have done about it. Because you weren't marking 9 when you were doing your positioning. You were marking both of us. But, like, let's say that this idiot didn't go this fast. Let's say that he was just like this. I'm literally scoring on you. Because you're not even close to the ball. Because you're, like, you're off sides, right? You were too busy marking us. You need to pay attention to 9 as well. That's big. And it all comes to the root of your pathing. The root of your pathing, very, very important. I like that. I like that 50, though. That was a smart move. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I do like this jump. I don't like all that air roll, but I do like that jump.
After missing that wave dash, my brain went into, like, circus mode for a second.
I'll show you some of this from my POV. Go through, like, what I'm thinking. So immediately, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit.
It's not good.
It's like it's not that big a deal, but it's like, damn.
That's
so,
not a great situation.
I see this guy jumping. Anyone that's jumping in this position has no fucking intent on doing anything very good. So I do the very bare minimum. I just want to block his shot. It's whatever. That guy could have jumped early. I still would have beat him to the ball. It was smart that he didn't go instant because I would have whooped his ass to this ball. But notice I'm checking for him. I get this touch, right? I'm throwing the intent. I'm putting him on the wall. Makes it harder. I land. Very small jump. I really wanted to steal this boost. That would have been key. Because I didn't, bad situation. Let's see how you play this. Already wrong. And this is what will happen. Here's the thing. You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. Yeah. So you either need to put a hand up or wait. Those are your options. Put a hand up or wait. You're either jumping right now or you're just allowing it to happen and playing off of his touch. Like, just waiting a little bit further back than this. And then you could have just jumped for that. Or you could have waited still, because he's not doing anything with it. Like, he's not really that threatening, you know what I mean? And if you were going to do what you did here, you need to use less boost doing it. Because now you just have fucking 20, and it's like, we both have no boost. You need to be the player in that situation to, like, actually have it.
I just completely misread, like, how far the two of us were from this ball. I was like, this is a fair race.
Yeah, I know. This is big, very big. Right here, playing the touch the whole time, but I know he wants that boost. And I know he wants that boost because I know how much boost he uses. That's why he doesn't go for the ball. He goes for the boost, but I take it. So looking at this from his POV, I know he just used all his boost here. Now he's stuck. He's just fucking, literally just doing fucking nothing. Very, very big brain activity. Right here, I see that guy. This is why checking is so important, because I would have fucking died here. You should always check stuff like that. Like, always check net when you're not, like, fully sure of, like, where everyone is. You just want to do a quick fucking bounce. I tried at my hardest to get around this guy. Slow here, because I know he's going to intercept. Slow again. I really fucked this up. If I would have waited a second longer, I would have slung it. All right, let's see what happens here. You're already really close. Just slow a little bit. Like, you should have already slowed down. This might just be weed reaction time, but like, this is me. I'm slowing right now, like right here, and then I'm gonna go this direction, and then, like, I'd already be touching the ball, and I'd have more boost than you as well, because you used a lot, like, just getting there. No, you're never winning that.
Yeah.
You know that guy just grabbed that boost. Grab the boost, go back. You can grab the boost, go back, and zone appropriately. If you can see him going full momentum like this, you have to understand where I am. You have to understand what they're seeing. They're seeing open fucking net. So you gotta grab that boost, and you gotta fucking go or put a hand up. I would not put a hand up here. I would just fucking go back. Because, like, he's already grabbed that boost. He's going to go for it. He's going to shoot it. Yeah, I was trying to cook. I was absolutely trying to cook. I was like, it wouldn't. I wouldn't have saved that. All right, let's see what happens. Nice, good touch. Yeah. You're just using way too much boost when you're dribbling.
Yeah.
It should be like, it just already just draining boost. That doesn't help. But it's like do the turn before you commit boost. Like, you were committing boost actually to, like, the left of the ball. And, like, this little shit matters. Like, this little shit is, like, the details and music to you, right? Like, you can't fucking commit boost like that for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to fully turn over to the right first. You would have 40, 50 boosts right now. That's a significant difference than having 20 hitting the cut. You rushed this probably because of third man, but if you just would have taken one turn to the right, one simple small cut, just enough to get the ball up, and then took a little bit of time in setting the flick up, you probably would have gotten significantly higher chances of scoring the ball here.
Yeah.
And that is so important. I get what you're saying here. This is tough, but it's like, you saw me land high, therefore the ball was mine. That's really just how it is.
I think I just thought you were going for boost, and I didn't really pay attention to, like, which way your car was facing when you landed.
Okay, you got to think about threat. I think maybe, like, you got to think about threat. Threat is more important to getting out of the way than boost, right? Now, not all of your teammates are going to share that perspective, so, like, maybe some fucking moron goes for boost here, but it's not me. And the reasoning is, this is threatening for you, right? My job as your teammate is to kind of dissipate threat, like dissipate pressure, right? If I just leave this after going high and going for boost, I'm making you use your boost to go for something that I could have gone for with 20. It makes no sense, right? I can understand your angle, like, I can understand where you're coming from, but if somebody goes up high, it is their job, unless calmed otherwise, to deal with the ball. No questions asked. And if anybody jumps, like, if anybody goes for boost in that situation and there's no calm, it's just stupid, right? It's just stupid.
Yeah.
And I'll show you from my POV so that you can see both perspectives.
Yeah, I definitely get it. I just like didn't like see you like go there. I just wasn't paying enough attention to you in that situation.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, the big thing here is like I know that you have more boost, but I have an immediate play that's going to generate pressure, which is why I took this regardless of me having less boost, is because your angle is not good. Like your angle is not better than mine, right? I can immediately come up, put the ball high, make someone go for it, or set you up to deal with the follow-up. That's more important. Which is kind of what happens here, right? Now you're waiting for the follow-up. I would have secured that boost. You're just going to let him get it. Don't do that. As soon as the ball comes over here, I'm immediately grabbing the boost and turning, man. Don't let that boost stay right there, right? The ball is not more important than the boost here, because if someone grabs that boost, they're either going to come bully me, be able to turn immediately on the play, jump for the ball, or bully you. Never want to let that boost stay there. I guarantee you that's what 9 does. You see what I mean? It's like you can't. But if he didn't have that boost, I could have had a fair shot of actually getting something. It's that fucking type of shit, right? You cannot give them free resources like that. I like this save. It's a really good save. Nice. I like this. You're already going too fast. Pressure him a little bit. Leave it up to me. That's good. I fuck with it. Yeah, I tried. I should have put that a little higher. He had a really, really good save too. That was a really good demo by him. Careful. Listen.
Yeah.
You gotta understand how much boost they have. That guy has not been in the play for a second. He has boost, okay? Any player that's kind of just roaming around for more than like 5 fucking seconds, they're not padding or anything, like, they have boost. He is going to go for this again. Just let him use the boost. Because if you just would have sat down here, he would have used that all boost and you'd be sitting on the ground with 100. Right, and he still barely fucking did anything. And you'd be in a better position right now. Yeah, you just panicked because he was there and you knew you had to do something before he jumped. You were like, fuck, is he going to go? And then you started freaking out here. And you're like, fuck
Honestly, my high-ass thought here was more so, like, I wasn't really panicking. I was just like, oh, he's not going. So I was like, I'm just going to hit this and then just, like, see if Zector wants it. Because I figured you'd be somewhere around there.
See, it doesn't play, because it's like, I would have much rather you try to put it up the wall, because then like
I think I wanted to get it up the wall. I think that was the idea.
Which is why I thought you were panicking, because like if that was a controlled thing, you probably would have put it up the wall. But it seemed like it was a rushed decision. I won't say panicky. I'd say it was a bit rushed. Like I feel like you could have executed it better.
Yeah, it was more so like I think my execution of it just got rushed once I like noticed that he wasn't going. Like I was waiting for that hole, but like once it happened, like I just kind of jumped at it. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, for sure. I should have jumped earlier there. Everything is a reading game. So right here, I just want to make this guy back off. Like he could have sat there and like backflipped if he wanted to. I would have killed him at a 50. But I knew he was backing. He didn't have boost, but I should have jumped here. You should never assume that a player's not going to go. Like this guy is going. I should have just jumped, and I did it late.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck. That's just because I don't be playing the game. Yeah. This was just unideal by me.
We just wanted the pinch. It's different gravy.
Yeah, of course. Notice how I play my positions, and this is what allows me at times to not have to turn around. So right here, I know that he's gonna go because he doesn't want me to go. So I know that I can steal this boost, and I know this guy is going to hit the ball. I hit the brakes immediately. I catch them off nearly 100%. I knew he was going to go again. I wait. Notice how I'm always able to go for the ball, but I noticed that I ran into you many times during the game. And granted, I play things in a very methodical, thought out, like slow pace at times, which can be kind of weird to play around because you're kind of just waiting a lot sometimes. Like, but that's what you need to do because you need to play around me. So you're already going too fast. You're already moving too much, right? Immediately in this situation, if I'm playing with someone that plays like me, I'm waiting. I'm grabbing the boost. I'm coming in. Now, granted, you could have taken the ball in that situation if you would have pathed like that, which is why I keep saying you need to slow the pathing down if I am also playing slow, because the ball is not going to go up there if I am too busy. Like I'm playing it through. I'm looking at my options. I'm looking at how they're challenging me. I'm thinking about everything, right? So you need to sit there and do the same thing so that we can both mutually get out of this fucking situation, right? Instead, because you went so far, you were actually in my way more than you were helping me. So very, very big on that. If you fix that alone, your pathing will be so much better. You'll have more offensive opportunities. You'll have more value on the ball. Overall, we'll just be looking good. I knew that there was no one else close to me. Quick little flick. This was really bad. But I'll look at your positioning. Really close. You could have got demoed. Yep, I already hear him. Could hear that guy.
That's why I was trying to get out of the way. That's why I do this wiggle here.
well, here's the thing.
Hey, I read his ass. I dodged his ass hard here. Like, I was well aware that he was behind me.
Yeah. You got to understand, you see my boost, right? We have boost meters now. You know how much boost I have. I'm not fucking passing this before this guy. This is not happening. So the best thing you can do is look at him, turn to your left. Because this was scary. That was scary as fuck. You literally used your little musician ears to figure out the frequencies of his fucking engine and avoid it.
I have some freaky spatial awareness, like close quarters.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that we're slowing here. But you can see that we still had to turn around a little bit. Yeah, I should have just scored that. I kind of like the way that you were passing there, like going a little bit more to the left. That wasn't bad. Yeah, this is just me being a selfish little brat. I could have let you have that ball, to be fair. Just a little speed ball sometimes. This is also big. I talked about this once in a replay review with, like, I think it was Ryan and Jake. Maybe. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at something right now. Scanning my surroundings. Okay. This is very important. This is, and I talked about this a lot, but almost. Oh yeah, I was watching Daniel. It was Daniel and who else was in the corner, bro? It was Daniel and someone else. But Daniel went up here, like in a similar situation, and just straight up just fucking rushed his ass. Went from like 100 boosts to like 20. Ended up in the same like position, did nothing. So, and the reasoning is like, in a situation like this, that player on the corner, they have to do something to get out of that fucking corner. Like, they have to. The most powerful position in this situation. And I could have played this a different way. I didn't even have to get as close to him as I did here. I could have taken this cut here or here, right? And put myself here. This little square on either side before the corner, they're fucking broken. This is a broken ass area to sit if a player is in the corner. If I had to give something generalized for such a situational game like Rocket League, I would say the safest bet that you have when there's a player in their corner is to just sit in this fucking, like, this little area here. Because it's so goddamn powerful. Because if they want to go this way, they have to get you. Like, they have to get around you. So even if you come over here and you, like, you know, some players, they'll jump up, they'll dodge underneath the ball so it pops up. If there's a player back here, that maneuver has to get past not only me on the wall here, but it also has to get past whatever teammate I have in this area. And if it doesn't, it was fucking useless. And I can literally not expend any boost, maybe 10, 20 maximum, immediately come down and bully someone, immediately come down and bully someone mid, immediately come in and come back mid because I have resources. Let's say he wants to come this direction. I can just put a hand up. I don't have to fucking move. I just put a hand up and it's done for, right? I stop him. Let's say he sees me here and he thinks he's like quirky and instead he drops down. I can do the same fucking shit and I can zone his ass in the corner right here. There's literally nothing he can fucking do in that position. It's like chess. Literally, this game is just fucking chess in some situation. And this is just like whatever move he does here, this is such a strong fucking position. Because you're working in synergy with whatever player is back here. And you're forcing him to not only get past you, but also past him. So if you can at least make it hard to get past this guy, you've done your job here. You don't even need to touch the fucking ball. Now, what I do in this situation, I get this touch. I'm immediately rushing him. If he decides to take it the other way, that's cool. But I see he's going in here, so that means he's gonna do a couple of things. He can either turn in and then fake it, but it doesn't matter because I'm still gonna fucking be here. It literally doesn't matter because I can just turn around, right? So even if he does fake it, it's cool. I don't lose that much time on it. I don't lose that much space because he's starting from the very back of his fucking net, which means he has to traverse this whole field before he gets anything. So that's not a big deal to me. He's going to cut in and get a touch here, or he's going to try and pinch the ball. The pinch the ball is the most brain dead shit, but some players do it. So what I do is I come in, I'm zoning, grab the boost. That's it. That's literally it. But I see a lot of people just start challenging there, and I've seen you challenge there as well. Very, very important. Do not even jump for this, because if I jump for this, he still has an advantage because he has more boost than me. He's on his side, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. He has to use a lot of boost getting out of this comfortably, and he does. And now that player has no boost. This would have been dangerous. This was kind of bad pathing on me. I also did not have to deal with that, but I like what you're going for. I'll also explain this. I tried to get a bounce here so that he couldn't immediately get anything out of it. I thought maybe he would take it back, so I started dodging that direction to zone him. Figured he wasn't. So now I'm trying to bully him. I can't. So now I come here. That was a good challenge by you. That's exactly what you needed to do in that situation. I like this. That was could be a little risky. You executed it really well though. Nice. Got out of my damn way. I was really butt naked. Okay. Gotta know that guy is over there.
Yeah.
I think maybe you thought he wouldn't go for your ass, but you should have known he would go for you because he's been doing it the entire game. Literally since we begun this game, that guy has been a demo-heavy motherfucker. So that is another thing that we missed out on. We just weren't paying attention to his patterns. Maybe we knew it, but we weren't really putting it into action in that moment, which is a big reason that you died there. Because that should never be a death. Because that guy not taking that position at net pretty much just leaves like a 1v1 between. Yeah, that was very
We'll take those.
Yeah, we will take those.
The fuck was
what
that
an awful kickoff. I know that guy was pooping himself. God, dude, the kid can't even half flip. That was actually a pretty good touch. Now, I'm really close here. Because if he decides to dribble, I'm literally slamming his ass. But even if he decides to bang it here, it's not of a threat of me, and plus you're going to deal with it. So I can freely do this, and then I can also zone off stuff like this boost here. You should have been way further back. I don't know why your pathing is like that. Okay, we just went for this full boost. I would probably suggest taking the lane here because I got so close, but this works. This can work. I like that we left that, actually. That was really smart. Okay, buddy, you are not a no flipper. Brother's going for that hard corner read, sidewall read.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we got like what, 15 seconds
Brother
left.
said, "Fuck it, man. Gotta hit
I
one."
see the lights, hear the music, dude.
On God. But yeah, that's
All right, I get it now. Easy.